Hi, it's Robbie from Southern California. Yes, where all the fires are burning. We've had multiple fires. We had a really bad one yesterday in Riverside. That was the second time it ignited in the same area. They kind of have ideas on how that's starting, but something that nobody wants to talk about. So anyways, they have that one somewhat under control. There was a really nasty one, a couple of them actually in San Diego. They're still working on the two here. The Eaton fires pretty much, they're still wiping it through, wiping it down. So they don't call it 100%. Neither do they call the Pacific Palisades. We have a lot going on. And now we've got a new fire, the Castaic Lake fire. And that one is bad. It just started 90 minutes ago. It went from 50 acres to 3,500 acres. That is very north of us. That's the other side of basically Los Angeles. And they're concerned about the areas like Santa Clarita, the Magic Mountain area, that area. And there's been people saying that it is raining ash in Camarillo. So it's way up in San Fernando Valley, almost in Ventura. Now, I thought behind me, because I've been working a little bit around the garden, we're going to talk hummingbirds in a minute, something really cute. I thought that was clouds. And I said to Gary earlier, I didn't know it was going to be cloudy. He said he didn't either. Well, I just heard that is not clouds. What is behind me is smoke. Yes, I should be wearing a mask, so we're going to keep this somewhat short. I will keep you up to date. We have very little wind today, but I will say we got a notification. We are 4% humidity. I don't think we've ever been 4%.
The humidity is 4%.
And if you ask what the humidity is of Los Angeles County or Orange County, they're saying 9%. So this whole area, Riverside, everywhere is 4 to 9%. Many places are 6%, but I couldn't believe we are where we are right here, 4%, which is deadly when it comes to a fire. So we are diligently watching. There has been no more fires. We are safe. I've been working in the garden, so a lot of you have asked me, oh, are you going to do garden videos? Yes. Oh, and don't kid yourself. I've got a super cute one coming up that a lot of you are going to go, wow, you saved how much money? You spent $3 and saved over 60? Yep, and I'm going to show you how, hopefully within the next week or so. And then I've got the hummingbirds I'm going to talk about. I was going to do that separate, but I'll tag it on here. And then I've got my dog kennel. I've been painting that a little bit, got to that this morning, so we'll get to that. So the garden stuff, of course, is coming along. So I've been doing that in between. Let me tell you something. If you don't garden, it's very stress relieving. And you don't have to have a big garden. Bigger doesn't mean better. You get the size you want. If your garden is a foot by a foot, that is good. Grow herbs, grow a couple flowers, whatever you want, because I'm telling you, that is just beautiful and that works perfect. So let's talk about hummingbirds. Let's get a little upbeat on this today, and I'll keep you informed on the Castaic fire if it gets really bad. It hasn't hit homes, but they're closing freeways. It's really bad. The 5, so that's a big freeway. So there's been a lot of issues with that. And like I said, it's only an hour and a half long, so they're not sure what they're going to do. They actually had 10 helicopters and planes flying overhead doing water drops. But they have a lot of bad wind up there, and it's driving the fire in directions they don't want it to go. So they are really working on that now. Now, as far as hummingbirds, the other day for my members, I put up something that was just raw, something I did with my camera and just put it up. No introduction, no nothing. You didn't see me, but I did talk because it's been fascinating. Now, behind me, you see all the hummingbirds coming, and everything is full, even in the window here. I even fill them at 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm filling feeders to make sure everything is here. So when they get up in the morning, it's all ready to go. Anyways, what's funny is at times, and it could be the smoke and the fire, it happens a lot. There'll be no hummingbirds. I'll come out here and the feeders are empty. There's nobody here. But I'll show you what happens when I step outside and they see me coming. Now, right now, there's a half a dozen birds out there, maybe a couple more. This is very strange. This one's full. There's plenty of food. Everything's been filled. But let me show you something when I go outside. I don't want you to see my messy house. Move, guys. Let's see, move. I'm going to just walk straight outside. I'm going to move something. I'm going to come out and look around. Zoe's with me. And let's move anything. Let's take this feeder that's here. Usually everything changes. It's so bizarre and I don't know why. I'm just gonna move feeders. All of a sudden the birds are gonna start coming. Not really doing much of anything, but everything's got food. I can even put this one here right now. Now here they start coming in. Look, here, listen. Now they're coming from across the hill. I know you can't see. Now I've got, well, you can't see. There's about a half a dozen in front of me because they're flying around. Look at this. They're loaded in the avocado tree. I know you probably can't see them because they're so small, but they're in the dried out avocado tree. Still smoke in the air. Let me clear my throat. So sorry about that. But it's just so odd. Now when I go back in the house, there'll be a whole bunch of birds. So I've got this one. See, he knows I'm holding it. There's some sort of security they get out of this, and I don't understand it myself. I think it's just this. Look at this. Now they're all coming in. They're all buzzing around. Well, let's go back in the house. Gotta get that one clear. Let me go back in the house. You're not gonna see my messy house. I do need to do something with it. I just want to show you. Now it went from a half a dozen birds to, well, now I've got them in the window. See, they weren't in the window when I was here. And now they're taking a bath. Look at this. And they're feeding out of this feeder. They weren't feeding. And look at all the feeders. Look. See, I'm hoping you can see this through the window. All the feeders now have them sitting in there. And they're starting to come in. It's so bizarre because sometimes there'll be almost no birds. And I walk outside and I'm surrounded by, look at this. In less than 3 minutes, just you and I talking, uncut, raw footage. Nothing done. Now I've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There's at least, they're moving around back and forth really quick. Close to 30 birds there when there was, what, 4 there and a couple here? Isn't that something? And this happens a lot. I just walk out there and then I'm inundated with birds. And they're still coming. They're coming from across the hill. They actually see me. Look at that. So that feeder's full. Just by you and I walking outside. That feeder I moved is full, every seat. That one's got a couple seats left. And they're starting to move around now because they're now coming to the window. Look, this feeder's full. And they're coming. I got to get another feeder there. But I just wanted to show you that. I can't explain it other than they must know who I am. That's Zoe playing. They must know who I am. And the moment I walk out there, they just start coming from across the hill, from all over, and they'll be coming more and more. So the more I go out there to put new feeders, the more come. And I'll put out 10 new feeders, and I'll have 1,000 extra birds come around me. It's just so bizarre. But I wanted to share that with you because it's just so unique. All right, so you saw 4 minutes of fun. Oh my goodness. I mean, it is fun. It'll be like, oh, there's only a couple birds out there. Bam, I'm loaded with 100, 200 birds in a matter of almost seconds. So that was raw footage. That's what they do sometimes. There's something about me going outside. They want to land on the feeder that I'm holding. They start to swarm me. I think it's a sense of security. It's also a sense that they know. Let me tell you something. If you're feeding hummingbirds, they know who's putting out the feeders. They know who's filling them. They know that flour is being provided by you. So a lot of times you could have a party and everybody could be walking around the property. And what's funny is they'll come and they'll buzz around your head because they're looking for you, because they know you're the one that's filling it. Hey, my flour is not full right now. There's something wrong with the flower. So they'll look for you. They'll seek you out. And yes, they seek me out. They will look in the window when I'm in the kitchen window because I've got the window in front of me. They'll look around the house. A lot of times I'm in the garden and I get, out there and I'm there for a couple hours or 2-3 hours and I forget to come back. And I always watch my cameras to make sure that there's plenty of food. But if I forget, they start to buzz me and they're hitting me in the head. It's like, oh my gosh. If not all the feeders, at least a few of them are empty because a lot of them have special feeders that they like. So I have to come running in and scrub feeders and get new feeders out. They're a blast. But I wanted to share that with you. That was raw footage. We are safe. Thank you for all your prayers. And the thing is right now, I am still just praying for all those people that have lost homes and businesses and lives. They're still looking for over 30 people that they can't find. And it's been the most devastating thing living in Southern California that I've ever seen or heard. I've been around for a while and I can remember a lot of fires over the years. I've even been involved in one many years ago when we were supposed to evacuate and I didn't. But everything turned out okay. And I will tell you that I've never seen anything like what has hit our area now, and it is incredibly sad. So prayers to them, please pray for them, and hope everything will be all right. We're still not out of this. Tomorrow they're telling us that we're gonna get high winds, so we'll see, maybe it won't pan out. But we're here, we're ready, and we'll do whatever we need to do. So I hope you enjoyed this little moment of seeing what hummingbirds do. They're buzzing around my head. And I better get back in and get a mask because that, they have said, no clouds, that is smoke. So with that, thank you for everything. Thank you, my members, everybody, my subscribers for watching, for commenting. I read your comments. Tell me, have you ever seen a fire like this? Have you ever heard of anything like this? Where I mean, I know we had the bad one up north. That was really bad years ago. It's just devastating. But if you're in the snow area right now where you're not supposed to be getting snow, on the east side of the United States there, going through Alabama, Louisiana, Florida, all the states there, please, I pray, stay warm, stay safe, and just hang out and watch YouTube. And stay in the house because it's not safe. Because if you got stuck in that, who's going to come get you if they're not used to snow? So stay warm, and we'll all be gardening soon. We'll get through this. And with that, have a wonderful day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. Oh, I still see more hummingbird feeders I got to fill again. I'll keep you up to date. Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody. Alexa, what's the humidity in our area?
Right now, the humidity is 3%.